This is another Salem County service commercial, and we're still highlighting volunteers in Salem County government. And today we're at the Salem County Correctional Facility in the library. And Joyce is going to tell us a little bit about volunteering at the Correctional Facility in the library.
My name is Joyce Massey. I'm the Director of Social Rehab here at the Salem County Correctional Facility. And one of my favorite places here in the facility is our recreational library. Here we have the opportunity for volunteerism in that we have a volunteer who assists us in shelving all of these books, in registering the books on the computer. The way our recreational library works is the inmates have a catalog in their unit. They put on the kiosk request, and they can have up to 3 books a week, and those requests have to be sorted, and then we have an employee that goes around to the units, collects the books that are already out, brings them back. The volunteer then checks them into the computer, shelves them, and then takes the new requests and pulls them off of the shelves and registers them in the computer. So it's pretty much the way a library would work in the public sector. However, we don't have the inmates come in here at all. This is a behind the scene job for a volunteer. The volunteer we have had never sees the inmates, is just happy to work with books and the computer work that's involved. Other areas of volunteerism that I oversee is the rehabilitation programs, of which there's AA program, there's motivational, anger management. We have many agencies within the county who send volunteer workers to carry out their agency function here in the facility, such as Mid-Atlantic States Career and Education Center, Resource for Independent Living, the Health Department. All of those send people in, and we have classes. Everything is on a volunteer basis. The inmate has to request it. We go around and post and also present verbal explanations of what we have to offer. And I think we have a very comprehensive offering of programs, and we feel very blessed that we have those numbers of people coming into the facility. It gives the inmates ways to occupy their times with positive things. While they're reading books, they're not thinking up ways to create problems. They're not thinking of the hopelessness of their situation. And we have both fiction and nonfiction here. So there's a lot of good information that's available to them.
And if someone was interested in volunteering, how would they get in touch with the correctional facility?
They would call and ask specifically for me as Director of Social Rehab. My extension is 7730 after you get through to the jail. And then depending on what they wanted to volunteer for, we would have an interview and see if we have a place. If it's a new program, we have to have a time and a place available here for them to function.
Great. And one last question.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're in the library and there are so many books, do you accept donations?
Yes. However, Brenda, you can see that I have many boxes of books yet to be shelved. So that would be another function that a volunteer I could use. Because we use the system, the Dewey Decimal System, and we have the computer. So there's a lot of background. We tag them on their spines. So we try to keep it pretty much like a library, and it's gotten ahead of us. We have lots of books yet to be shelved.
I do see a lot of books in here, everyone. So don't just drop off books. maybe call the facility and ask if there's a need before you would bring them here.
Yes.
Thank you, Joyce, for explaining about the volunteer opportunities at the Salem County Correctional Facility, and we do thank you for your time.
You're welcome.